Top 10 Celebrities Who Believe in Crazy Conspiracy Theories. Welcome to NISHIKI Top 10. Here we educate and entertain our viewers with facts. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to know when we drop new video. Conspiracy theories are fun, aren't they? It always gets a good giggle to set up a conspiracy board and try and convince your friends that the royal family of England are werewolves, or lizards, or vampires, etc. It's a great way to pass the time, and with the rare exception, most of us know that the government isn't really hiding aliens in the desert, just incredibly sensitive war tech, but you didn't hear that from me. We all want to be Mulder, uncovering conspiracies, enlightening the masses, but we, for the most part, know that 90% of conspiracy theories are bunk, and the remaining 10% are usually proven whenever classified documents are unclassified every few years, MKULTRA, for example. Celebrities, however, seem to have fallen into that too common trap of taking the least believable conspiracy theories and saying, "This is what I will stake my entire reputation on," and going full throttle into the deep end with it. It's not surprising that the more money you have, the more detached from reality you get to be. When you live a life of wealth and fame, you can pretty much say and do whatever you want, and celebrities on this list have taken that to heart and gone all out with their sincere beliefs in these 10 conspiracy theories. Here are the top 10 celebrities who believe in crazy conspiracy theories. Number 10. B. Flat Earth. Bobby Ray Simmons, known to most of us as rapper B.O.B., has sincere, unshakable, and unwavering faith in the idea that the Earth is completely flat. In 2016, B.O.B. began posting a slew of tweets where he told his 12 million plus followers that, though he didn't want to believe it, the Earth was in fact flat. Citing the supposed fact that, no matter how high in elevation you are, the horizon is always eye level, he apologized to his fans, claiming that he didn't want to believe it either, but that it was proof positive of a flat Earth. Another thing he considered proof included the fact that you can see cities in the distance, which he claims shouldn't be possible given the Earth's curvature, meaning, apparently, that there is therefore no curvature at all. And got so deep into discourse over it that he ended up having a rap battle with Neil deGrasse Tyson, famous astrophysicist, over it. Number 9. Mark Ruffalo, 9/11 truther, GMOs, and Zika virus. Mark Ruffalo is best known for playing the Hulk in the successful Marvel, Avengers franchise. He's lesser known for apparently testifying to Congress about medical science he has no expertise in, and, a little ways down from that, for being a conspiracy theorist. According to Mark, having seen footage of the towers collapsing, his first thought was, buildings don't fall down like that, despite several thousand engineers and scientists assuring us that yes they do. Claiming to have done his own research, no doubt consisting of thousands of hours of YouTube videos, Mark Ruffalo is convinced that the planes could not possibly have brought the towers down. Mark has stated on Twitter that he believes that the Zika virus, known to cause birth defects such as microcephaly, a defect in which the brain and skull are abnormally small and which leads to severe cognitive and physical impairments, is a hoax, and that the actual cause of microcephaly in babies born to mothers with Zika was a specific pesticide produced by the company Sumitomo. The only proof of this was a debunked claim by a supposed group of unidentified Argentinian physicians, observing from afar as the outbreak was happening in Brazil. His final and least talked about conspiracy belief is that GMOs cause cancer and other diseases, and will destroy the environment. While it's true that some companies, such as Monsanto, make their GMO crops sterile and this can impact surrounding farms due to cross-pollination, GMOs themselves are not harmful to plant or to eat. and do not cause any negative health impacts, as the modifications are almost universally to make the plants resistant to drought, flooding, and pests without the need for pesticides or expensive water and drainage systems. Number 8. Kylie Jenner, Chemtrails. When planes burn their fuel, they leave behind a vapor trail. In the same manner that a car exudes exhaust, so does a plane, but in the higher altitudes, the vapor and exhaust condense into what are, essentially, small clouds trailing behind the jet. As the jet moves in a straight line, they leave behind a straight line of vapor, which fades fairly quickly as it evaporates in the sun. Some people, concerned by the look of these vapor clouds, suspect foul play, and Kylie Jenner, daughter of Caitlyn Jenner, sister to the Kardashian trio, is among them. In 2015, Kylie made multiple tweets and Instagram posts about chemtrails, and the idea that the planes flying over her house were trying to exterminate something, possibly her. She demanded answers to such questions as, who thought this was a good idea? And, what impact will this have on our children? The answers to which are, nobody, and, none, respectively. Number 7. Whoopi Goldberg, Moon landing hoax. Whoopi Goldberg is one of the last people you'd expect to be in on conspiracy theories, but nevertheless, in 2009, she stated on popular daytime talk show The View that she was skeptical of the moon landing. Whoopi questions why, on the surface of the moon where there is no wind, the flag appears to be waving. According to people who worked on the project, the answer is simple: it's not waving, it's just crumpled. The flag, which had a metal rod inserted into the top to make sure it hung properly, can be seen in video footage to be absolutely still, and is actually just crumpled because the extending rod got stuck, leaving it slightly folded on itself. Whoopi also questions who took the pictures and videos on the moon, and the answer to that is even simpler: the astronauts themselves. The moon landing was a two-person job, with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin both equipped with suit-mounted cameras allowing them to take pictures and photos of one another as they bounced around the lunar surface. Number 6. Jim Carrey, Vaccines Autism Link. It's no surprise that Jim Carrey is a little bit nuts, and so the fact that he's a conspiracy theorist probably isn't that big of a shock, either, especially considering he himself is a subject of some conspiracy theories. His conspiracy of choice is the idea that vaccines cause neurotoxicity, a label that people who believe in this theory prefer over the diagnosis of autism. The theory states that mercury and thimerosal in vaccines causes a sort of poisoning that accounts for the classic symptoms of autism. The problem with this theory is that vaccines haven't contained the antimicrobial and antifungal preservative thimerosal for 20 years, and the only type of mercury in vaccines was ethyl mercury, a naturally occurring compound that can be safely metabolized by the body and serves as the active portion of thimerosal. The type of mercury that can cause brain damage in large amounts is methylmercury, and is regularly found in canned tuna. Number 5. Ted Nugent, Global Warming Hoax. Ted Nugent is a well-known guitarist, political activist, and self-proclaimed madman, whose pop culture image has him decked out in camo on an eternal hunting trip, an image he seems to embrace and encourage by being decked out in camo and constantly showing off his hunting equipment. He's exactly who you'd expect to be caught up in conspiracy theories, either for fun or out of serious belief. And caught up he is, with several pages on his self-run and self-titled website dedicated to various things he believes to be scams, hoaxes, conspiracies and plots. Among them is a page about global warming, and a scathing diatribe against former Vice President Al Gore. In the article, Ted calls Al Gore a doomsday zealot and master of scam, complaining that the Great Lakes are freezing instead of boiling and New York City isn't underwater yet, thus global warming is a hoax created and perpetrated by Al Gore. He goes on to say that the real threat to the youth isn't climate disasters, but student loans and the inability to find jobs. Number 4. Terrence Howard, Math is Wrong. Terrence Howard is an American actor, star of the hit show Empire, and apparently an aspiring mathematician who wishes to revolutionize the way we understand math. His breakout theory: 1 × 1 = 2. According to Terrence, the long-accepted understanding of multiplication by groups, for example, 3 × 3 = 9 because you have 3 groups of 3 objects, is wrong, and the real truth of the universe is that multiplication is like addition, where anything times itself is now doubled. Or at least, that seems to be what he's trying to convey. But considering his method, called teriology, is explained using small plastic shaped covered in crystals and welded together that supposedly show the truth from within, no one is really sure or able to grasp how his universal math theory works. He also claims that Robert Downey Jr. owes him $100 million, but it's unclear if that figure is in normal math or teriological math. Number 3. Jaden Smith, Wakanda. Jaden Smith, son of Will Smith, isn't shy about his unorthodox beliefs. Sharing posts on his Instagram daily about his belief in everything from healing crystals to pyramid conspiracies, around which he once formed a cult, to the idea that mirrors and eyes aren't real, Jaden Smith is a veritable wonderland of absolutely insane theories. Among these is the belief that, hidden somewhere on Earth, there are pockets of civilization that, like the mythical Marvel creation of Wakanda, have hyper-advanced technology that they simply aren't sharing with the rest of the world. Although he won't say where he believes these future cities to be located, or what kind of tech they may have, he did state that he thinks we need to explore and find them, so that we can share in their apparently glorious tech revolutions, for the good of mankind. Number 2. Madonna, COVID-19 vaccine withholding. COVID-19 has brought out both the best and the worst in humanity this year, along with a slew of conspiracy theories covering everything from its origin to its eventual treatment. Among the people spreading these theories is famous pop star and 80s icon Madonna, who firmly believes that not only does a vaccine for COVID-19 already exist, it's being purposefully withheld from the public. In a now-deleted Instagram video, the leopard print-clad pop darling stated that the vaccine already exists, but that it's not profitable, and so is being withheld until it is. Claiming that the government and the pharmaceutical industry would rather see people die than release the vaccine so long as the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer. While not the most insane or dangerous theory about the virus, at least she believes it exists. It's still very strange to believe that a preventative measure is being withheld from the public because it's somehow less profitable than spending billions on relief bills and losing thousands upon thousands of taxpayers. Number 1. Mos Def, Osama bin Laden isn't real. This is perhaps the strangest theory on the list, and that's saying something. Rapper, singer, actor and activist Yazan Bey, known best by his stage name Mos Def, made statements and even wrote a song in 2005 that espoused not only the belief that 9/11 was an inside job, but that Osama bin Laden didn't even actually exist. Mos Def stated during an episode of Real Time with Bill Maher in 2009 that the mainstream media blew the idea of bin Laden out of proportion, to the point of making a boogeyman and a false persona to focus the public's ire and hate. In the song, Bin Laden, Mos Def raps with a handful of other famous musicians, including Eminem and Jadakiss, about the 9/11 attacks, with lines such as, "Bush knocked down the towers," and "Bin Laden was a CIA tactician." Thanks for watching. Check out interested videos you may have missed on this channel. And please give us a thumbs up if you like these videos. See you on the next video coming soon.